Welcome to Wisconscene, everybody. I'm Trevor, and tonight we've got Willoh and Jon Schubert of the band Florence Lodi.
My name is Jon Schubert. Hi.
You're a solo performer, but you also sometimes work with the band Florence and Lodi.
They're really more or less the same. It's just I do the stuff by myself.
About how long have you been playing in the Madison area?
I'd say about a year.
So you play a lot of shows in Madison, or it's because you're from Lodi, right?
Oh no, I'm from Freeport area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the drummer is in Lodi. Florence came from the small town that I grew up at. It's Florence Station, about 5 minutes south of Freeport. Its biggest claim to fame was like a blacksmith shop in the 1800s. But like going back to playing around here, I'd frequent Jenna's on Wednesdays and then the Brokaw on Tuesdays when I can. Yeah, those are pretty much like my big stomping grounds.
So let's talk about your songs a little bit. The first song that you got tonight, what's the mile about, or what's the story behind it?
It's about blind faith, I guess. I don't know, the story just kind of goes around this guy who was wrongly convicted of killing his family, and they throw him on death row. You know, the whole time he's just like, well, this is just a test of God, or something like, yeah. Just like right up till the end. As I walk this mile, committed for a crime that I didn't do, you see. They found my wife and my family, strung out there in the July breeze. When I got home there on the tree, in the road stood a man, he had gold in his head, held me at gunpoint and made an escape, and used my gloves to take their end. Judge said open, shut, and well, his gavel fell. Boy, I promise you that I'll send you to hell. For 30-odd years now I've been locked in a cell. Oh, now paraded out for a one-night show. Led into my tank and the priest read me rights. I said there's no need, oh, he already knows. So the clock struck midnight and there's no call. So the curtains open up for the one-night show. That's when my eyes, though they struck open wide, yelling for his name as the gas crept on me. In the back row, oh, sat that coward. At least now, though, I'll see my family. At least now, though, I'll see my family. At least now, though, I'll see my family.
I cast blank stares, giving me be a blanket. I cast blank stares and they don't make it very far. She's cold, she needs a body. She's cold, she's not getting very far. We cast blank stares. We cast blank stares, and they're not getting very far. Soft lights, and they are fading. Soft lights, and they're not reaching very far. Blank pieces and the puzzle. Blank pieces won't be getting us very far. We cast blank stares. We cast blank stares, and they're not getting very far. I go by Willow. I'm 20 years old. I sing songs for peace and freedom.
So your stage name, Willow, how did you come about going by that? What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. I grew up by a lot of willow trees. The willow tree is said to have a lot of mystical powers, and a lot to do with the divine and kind of stuff like that, and has powers on your consciousness and stuff. It's a real mystical tree, so I took out the W at the end, just put an H in there to make it unique.
So about how long have you been doing this for?
Since I was 10, 11. I just moved to Madison earlier this year, a couple months ago, and I've been playing here. I used to play in Milwaukee area and also Waukesha County.
Okay.
Small cafes around there.
So how do you feel about playing in Madison as opposed to Milwaukee? How's it different?
Milwaukee just has almost too many different types of music, you know? There's just so many different types of music, and mine is a little softer, you know, so it's drowned out, but out here it's cool because a lot of people pay attention to that kind of stuff. It's a cool city.
All right, so let's talk about your songs a little bit.
Infinity in the Blue. That is basically a song about us as humans, me as a human, you, all of us just being on this earth, you know. We're kind of trapped on this circle, right? You know, we have all these problems here, like, just so many, everything is a problem with people, you know, money,
right,
work, everything, you know, and all we have is each other and we still can't get it right.
The painted carpet folds onto above the hills that set the sun. And a silent man wearing shiny leather shoes, gone for infinity in the blue. And the lonesome woman there calls out to beside a hungry son who is swaying. A paper dollar bill decides who is living and who is praying. And those with their heads in their wallets can't see the stars, blindly pushing their way through. Gone for infinity in the blue. On the masses and the search for freedom. For 1,000 years we imagined only dreams that portrayed us such visions. We're lost in the sky on a circling storm. Lost in the sky, all we have is each other, we still can't get it right. We're gone for infinity in the blue. Turn their heads on their dreams to go for what seems simple. I've seen kids turn to monsters, so driven by the ego. Little Johnny had a dream with a guitar in his hand for the people, taken so quickly in the hands of pure evil. The message still remains. I ramble on. I ramble on.
Mother, oh mother, oh mother, Oh, mother, I'm coming on home. I still smell all that diesel. I see the blood on the land. I hear those barks of command. My brothers in arms, 1,000 yards stare. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home now. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home now. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home now. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home. Oh, mother, oh, mother, oh, mother, oh, mother, I'm coming on home. Oh, they'll give me a parade, and they'll give me, oh, a medal, and they'll give me a round of applause. All I'll hear are the mortar rounds. Oh, mother, can I tell you what it's like to dig your own grave every single night? Can I tell you what it's like that the best friend at your side only speaks to you in a firefight? Oh, mother, I'm coming on home now. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home now. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home now. Oh, mother, I'm coming on home. I had a lot of family and friends go to Iraq and Afghanistan. Like, I never personally went, but I come back and I hear all these stories that just you can like throw into an Oliver Stone movie because it was just really graphic. In my opinion, I really don't hear a lot about Iraq and Afghanistan, except maybe like Neil Young did an album in '03. But yeah, mainly about that and PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
And then how it affects you after you come home.
Yeah, that's good. I think a lot of people aren't really hearing much about the war, aren't hearing the stories that are happening, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, you hear about PTSD here and there, but you really don't. A lot of people really don't understand it. You know, it's like, you know, one thing that's been said about this war versus like Vietnam, a lot of people were against Nam because it was all over the TVs and everything. This war has been kept relatively quiet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all you've got is the stories you hear from friends who come back from serving.
No, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. They don't really talk about it that much.
All right, and then your final song, New Ghost Towns, is that the correct title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's the story behind that song?
Growing up in a economically recessed town, really. Freeport got hit hard. More recently, back in 2012, they had that big story about the Sonesta plant that closed down. And they tried to have like celebrities endorse it. They had Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson Jr. come out, which, you know, didn't really help. Al Sharpton kind of walks in with a $10,000 suit.
Yeah.
Telling people it's going to be okay. And you don't really do that when, like, their yearly income is that suit. Like, kind of the end joke was that the town's not going to recover, I guess. Recently, they built a super Walmart across from the graveyard, and it's exactly
That sounds like symbolism.
it's something about Freeport. It's like they build outwards and then they just let the infrastructure to rot. Like if you, well, downtown's kind of recovering, I guess, but there's these old amazing buildings from the turn of the century, like this Raleigh bottling plant that's just kind of being left to die and rot, but it's like just it's beautiful architecture, and I hope it could be put to better use than just kind of like laying there. Well, here we are now once again, my dear friends. It's Friday night in these new ghost towns. Where dawn, you get the rum, wrong, you roll the drum. Tom, just get the car. Oh, just get the car. Laughing at the dawn's early lights, as free fools with nothing to lose, oh, dance drunk under an orange light, as these clouds roll right on by, as we lay heroes side to side, lay heroes side to side, lay heroes side to side, side to side, side to side. Well, here we are now once again, my dear friends. Friday night in these new ghost towns, where things may never change, so it's okay. Just to sit around and stagnate, winding up, face up in a grate, face up in a grate. Laughing at the dawn's early lights, oh, as free fools with nothing to lose, oh, dancing drunk under an orange light. Nuclear clouds roll right on by, as we lay heroes side to side. We lay heroes side to side. We lay heroes side to side, side to side, side to side.
like shows that you've played, other bands that you've interacted with in the scene?
Well, my first show ever, actually, there were 4 separate problems in like my first 4 songs, I think. First song, I had a bad cable, had to start over. Second song, my drummer drops his drumsticks, gets up in the middle of it, was walking to pick him up. It was like an outdoor show, so they went flying. And then we had a power outage too later in that same set, and I think something started on fire on the edge of the stage. It was this giant teddy bear, started on fire somehow, and we had to stop because it was gonna burn the equipment.
Wow, how did that happen?
I have no idea. It was crazy.
So then what's your last song?
My last song was "Road to Isabella,"
Okay.
and that's it's on the same kind of theme too. Like, this is my journey, you know, in this music industry. That's what I want to do, and that's what I feel I have to do, and I'm on that road. And you know, even if I don't make it there or anything, there's still gonna be that road, you know, for people if they feel they need to write music, and if they have that feeling in their heart, you know, when they're singing, to take that road, not give up on your dreams.
Along the way I caught a glimpse of something so familiar, but in the end I was left there hanging, feeling like a stranger. Well, I don't know if I connect that way. I'm on the road to Isabella today. So here's to thee in 100 years, I hope you're all still singing, whether I have made it there or not, still around or forgotten. Well, the bells on the horizon will always be ringing, and the road to Isabella will be gleaming. Homesick Harold must learn to use his head. The homeless hero finds himself too close to death. Looking in the wrong direction. Shadowy sad eyes hide beneath her long brown hair and despair. Well, I can see the sun just over there.